The neon glow of Tokyo was a stark contrast to the quiet, lantern-lit streets of Aoi's hometown. Aoi, with her bright, hopeful eyes, clutched her warm backpack, standing beside her two best friends, Ren and Sakura. They arrived in the bustling metropolis with dreams as big as the city itself, dreams of fashion, music, and escaping the predictable path laid out for them in rural Japan. Aoi, gazing up at a skyscraper, awing her voice. It's even bigger than I imagined. We're really here, Ren. Sakura, Ren, a more pragmatic and cautious girl, adjusting her glasses. And just as expensive, I'm sure. We need to find work fast, or our dreams will be eating instant ramen for a very long time. Sakura, the most adventurous of the trio, with a mischievous grin. No worries, Ren. My cousin Kenji said he knows a place. A really lively bar, he called it. Good money, he promised. They found Kenji, a slick-haired man with a nervous energy, outside a rather opulent, albeit slightly seedy-looking establishment. Kenji, Sakura-chan. And these must be your lovely friends. Welcome to Tokyo. This is it, the Moonlight Orchid. They're always looking for charming girls like yourselves. The bar was a whirlwind of noise, flashing lights, and the clinking of glasses. The manager, a man with a cold stare and an immaculate suit, greeted them. Manager, Mr. Tanaka. So, the new recruits. Kenji speaks highly of you. Just remember, professionalism is key. Our clientele expects discretion and a smile. Always a smile. Your first shift starts now. The work was exhausting, the smiles felt painted on, and the patrons were often demanding. But the money was surprisingly good. They rented a small, cramped apartment and started to see glimpses of their Tokyo dreams. Aoi bought a new sketchbook, Ren invested in some coding classes, and Sakura, true to her nature, splurged on a vibrant new outfit. One evening, a group of men in sharp suits and intimidating tattoos entered the bar. Their leader, a formidable man with a scar running across his cheek, sat at a private table. Mr. Tanaka immediately became subservient. Scarred man, Kato. Tanaka, business is good, I see. My boss is pleased. These new girls, they have a certain freshness. Make sure they understand who truly runs this establishment. Aoi overheard fragments of the conversation, a chill running down her spine. Aoi, whispering to Ren. Did you hear that? Who truly runs this establishment? Ren. I don't like this, Aoi. Kenji was vague about the details, but this feels wrong. Sakura, meanwhile, was charming one of Kato's associates, oblivious to the undercurrents of danger. Weeks turned into months. The girls became more ingrained in the bar's routine, but also more aware of its darker underbelly. They saw hushed conversations, suspicious transactions, and the manager's increasingly tense demeanor. One night, a heated argument erupted in the back room between Mr. Tanaka and Kato. Kato, you're skimming, Tanaka. My boss doesn't tolerate traitors, the girls. They'll work off your debt. Mr. Tanaka emerged, his face ashen. He called the girls into his office, his usual coldness replaced by fear. Mr. Tanaka. Girls. There's a problem, a big problem. I got into some trouble with the wrong people. The Yakuza, they own this bar, they own me, and now they expect you to help repay my debt. The revelation hit them like a tidal wave. Their dreams of Tokyo shattered, replaced by the grim reality of being trapped. Aoi. What does that mean, Mr. Tanaka? What do they want us to do? Mr. Tanaka, they want you to expand your services, to entertain their clients in more private settings. Until my debt is paid. Ren, ever the analytical one, tried to find a loophole. Ren, but we're not involved in your debts. We're just employees. Mr. Tanaka, in their world, if you work for them, you're involved. They have eyes everywhere. They know your families, your hometowns. Running isn't an option. Fear gripped them. Sakura, usually so vivacious, was silent, her bravado gone. Sakura. Kenji. He knew, didn't he? He set us up. They confronted Kenji, who crumbled under their accusations. Kenji, wringing his hands, "I'm so sorry, girls. I didn't know it would go this far. They threatened me, my family, I had no choice." The girls were in despair. Their once vibrant apartment now felt like a gilded cage. "Yui, we can't just accept this. There has to be a way out." "Ren, but what? They're too powerful. We're just 3 girls from a small town." One evening while working, Aoi noticed a new patron, a quiet, unassuming man who always sat alone, observing. He never spoke much, but his eyes held a subtle intelligence. One night, as she served him, he slipped a small folded note into her hand. "The police have an internal affairs unit. Look for Officer Sato, he's trying to bring them down. Be careful." A flicker of hope ignited in Aoi. She showed the note to Ren and Sakura. "Sakura, the police? Are you sure we can trust them? What if he's one of them?" "Ren, it's a risk, but it's the only option we have. We need a plan. We need evidence." They began to observe, to listen, to memorize faces and names. Aoi used her artistic skills to sketch the various gang members and their activities, carefully hidden in her sketchbook. Ren, with her tech savviness, managed to subtly record snippets of incriminating conversations on her phone. Sakura, with her charm, got close to some of the lower-ranking members, extracting information about their operations. One night, they saw Kaito and his men exchanging packages with another gang in the alley behind the bar. It was a clear drug deal. Ren managed to capture it on video. "Ren, this is it. This is the proof we need." But as they tried to leave, they were spotted by one of Kato's lookouts. "Look out. Hey, where do you think you're going with that phone?" A chase ensued through the labyrinthine back alleys of Tokyo. The girls, fueled by adrenaline and desperation, ran as fast as they could. They knew they had to get to Officer Sato. They finally made it to a bustling train station, blending into the crowd. Aoi spotted a police officer in the distance, his name tag clearly visible, Sato. Aoi, panting, holding up the phone. "Officer Sato, we have information. The Yakuza, the Moonlight Orchid." Officer Sato, initially skeptical, saw the fear in their eyes and the undeniable evidence on Ren's phone. He quickly brought them to a secure location. With their testimonies and the evidence they gathered, a major police operation was launched. The Moonlight Orchid was raided, and Kato and his associates were arrested. Mr. Tanaka, after cooperating, received a lesser sentence. The girls, though scarred by their experience, emerged stronger. They testified against the Yakuza, their bravery making headlines. The money they had earned, ironically, became their starting capital for a new legitimate venture. Aoi, sitting in their new brightly lit studio apartment, sketching designs. It wasn't the Tokyo dream we imagined, but we found our own path. Ren, typing away on her laptop, building their new online business. And we learned that true strength isn't about running from your problems, but facing them head-on. Sakura, hanging a vibrant tapestry, her spirit restored. We're still here, still together. And this time, we're building our own future, on our own terms. No more shady bars, just our own bright light. The 3 girls, once naive and hopeful, had faced the darkness of Tokyo and emerged with a different kind of wisdom, ready to paint their own vibrant future on the canvas of the city, not as victims but as survivors.